Jake Benham, incredibly fast, young, talented driver. I've actually raced him myself as well in some competitive leagues, so I think, yeah, I've seen firsthand how quick he can be, and yeah, certainly wants it.
Final then, starting at Silverstone, 5 lights on. The lights go out, and we are racing at Silverstone. Jake Benham holding the lead. Then it's Duncan Hofland in second place as they all fly into Abbey Corner for the first time. How aggressive are they going to be? Luke Smith gaining a position. He's up to third as we head into Village Corner now. Is anyone going to be brave and dive one to the inside? You can risk everything here if you do so, and that's exactly what's happened in the background to
Will
Manuel.
anything change on this final lap, though? Jake Benham currently ahead.
How many times have we seen the lead change on the last lap at Silverstone? Luke Smith has bided his time, and Luke Smith finds a way through on the last lap of the 13. Jake Benham, who has held on to the trophy all the way through, sees it slip through his grasp, but has he gone too early? As Jake Benham timed things nicely, because he will get another chance on the Hangar Straight. They go through Cops Corner, the Alpine leading the Mercedes. Benham tucked underneath in the wheel tracks. It's tough to follow through the sweeps of Maggots, and then on to Beckett. Benham, has he got the tactics right? Has he got the tactics wrong? The answer, a few meters away, because Luke Smith is right there in the lead at the moment. But now with DRS with the momentum and retaking it at this stage, Jake Benham needs to get his braking right. He needs to hope that he's cleared the Alpine, and he's played that one to perfection. Jake Benham, with a drive to remember, gets his braking right at the 18th and final corner of the racetrack, looks up, sees the checkered flag first. That's a superb win for 3, 4, 5 red lights in Austria. Jake Benham is the driver to beat as we leave the line. Through a cloud of smoke, Benham, Paradise, Hofland, your top 3. As you head to the first turn, no need to fight anything out here for the top 3. It is tight in the background between Manley and the Mercedes, fighting it through, but getting it done. Looking ahead though, Paradise, who had a solid run at Silverstone, you'd have to say, looking for the spectacular. One race on, and Jake Benham hangs on to it as a Ferrari in the Alpha very nearly make contact in the semi-final. It's Jake Benham though, who's the class of the field. Everyone else trying to do something about it. We're on to the final lap of the 5. Tactically big moments now. Thomas Paradis has timed that nicely. He's going to get a run for the win. This is the last clear-cut, non-daft overtaking opportunity, but he got a bit of a wiggle on when he got the power down, and now he's going to need the latest of late lunges, and it's not going to happen at turn 4. Jake Ben.
He's had the measure of the rest of the field once again, and he is going to have so much confidence going into the next race. 2 from 2 for Jake.
Truly outstanding from Jake Benham, who has announced himself in some style in these semi-finals. What a way to start off to try and climb the ladder in F1 Esports. He takes... We're underway in Sao Paulo. It's Benham versus Paradis once again, this time at Interlagos. And will they be all well behaved down into turn 1? Benham, Paradis, then Smith and Adler. There's been an issue there for Hortioki, who's fallen through the field. Benham can do about Luke Smith. The answer is not a lot at all. Through goes the Alpine. And it's going to get tactical now because Benham's got to stay with Luke Smith as they dive down the hill once more.
But is this again what we saw in Silverstone? Benham happy to follow at the moment. Remember, there's a lot of energy recovery that needs to have available. I also want to mention Tom Manley, unfortunately, running in P11 we just saw, so not having a great race for him, but it is now going on to the final lap, Alex, and it is absolutely poised.
Here we go. So was it all tactics? 3 wide we go in Sao Paulo. Benham into the lead. Paradis getting past Smith, who won't be wanting to give that one up because he started the final lap in first position, and they're banging wheels. They're almost grinding together. They're almost welded together. As we go on board with Jake Benham, the 16-year-old Brit who is making a name for himself so far today. Jake Benham over the line to make it 3 from 3. That is superb stuff from him. And it's Benham, Smith and Hofland for the Mercedes driver, blazing a trail in the semi-final so far. 5 red lights are on. We're underway for the grand final. Thomas Rona off into the lead. Jake Benham trying to do something about it. It's a long run down to turn number 1. Peter Stachurek hoping for drama between these two. The Mercedes go through with Rona judging that one really nicely. Rona, Benham, Stachurek, then Scheller, Luke Smith. out front, Benham in P2. It's fascinating to see these two go wheel to wheel.
Great work. That's a new fastest lap of the race.
And there is Jake Benham taking the lead. That wasn't much of a defence at all. Long game being played. Fluke.
Absolutely.
Sam Bean, who had good pace,
Oh, a very late dart to the pits from Jake Benham there. And
Ronan now knows he's in a straight fight, straight deep out there. Benham on cold tyres, bring him in. Don't bring him in too fast though, because you'll absolutely roar through them at a track like this where degradation plays such a part. Pit stop into the race lead once again. The answer just a few seconds away now. Mercedes versus Mercedes. There's the momentum coming out here for Ronar. Can he get it slowed down though? He'll be deep. This one's heading to turn number 4. Ronar ahead of Benham. That would have been a mighty, mighty performance in terms of the in-lap, but he's got that extra lap, and it's worked out for him. Oh, Benham would have been hoping at the very least for a dive to the inside. Ronar has gone to work. Ronar has got the next race lead.
Jake getting slidey there, and that would have pretty much sawn his tyre temperatures through the roof for Jake, so he's going to have to manage them at the moment. It's 8/10 the gap between Ronar and Benham. And
for Jake Benham.
Oh, if you ever wanted to see that Jake Benham is not pushing, he's got 100% of his battery.
What?
He's sat back and he's just turned it off. He's like, no, let's charge it all up. He is waiting for that final lap, Alex.
Outrageous stuff.
And he'll be going.
Ronar, of course, just focusing on the job that he can do at the moment, but you can see darting around a little bit more there. He is going to come under threat. Jake Benham, ice cool to leave that charge at 100 at this stage of the race.
Well, when you look, we looked at Sam McLean only a lap or two ago, and he was on about 8%. That just shows the level that Jake Benham is performing at.
Is this the moment then for Jake Benham? Now he's using the battery that he saved up all the way through, and as predicted, it wasn't much of a contest. Benham bides his time. Benham hits the front.
50% of the energy for Ronar, so he's got enough to overtake as well on this penultimate lap. Go for the move. Probably not the best place to try a dive bomb, especially when you've got Stouchalik only 7/10 behind.
Mind the boards, lads. Out front, here we go again. Jake Benham versus Ronar. Ronar's not been able to get it into turn number 1. He's running out of opportunities. The exit out of this corner, absolutely crucial. This is the last real bona fide opportunity on the racetrack, on the last lap. Go the long way round, says Jake Benham. And Ronar's up to that challenge, but he's run out of road, and Jake Benham maintains the lead at this stage of the performance. But will be disappointed. Luke Smith.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, out front though. There was the chance. Benham on the defensive. Now hammer the battery you've got left. Give it everything. Hammering the pedal flat to the floor. Benham stays ahead by a matter of meters. Stouchalik and then Hughes are 3 and 4. But it's all the way to the flag for the first two. Benham versus Ronar, and it's Jake Benham in the lead. But can he get the exit right now? Can Ronar do anything about it? It's so well timed, nothing between them. Mercedes 1 and 2, with Jake Benham taking the win. There go the lights, we're racing. It's Ronar versus Benham on the front row, and it's Luke Smith and Order chasing 3 and 4. Tell you what, very nearly a dart off the road. Oh, they're barging themselves through turn number 1, through La Source. It's Belgium in the wet. It's Ronar out front. Luke Smith up to 2nd place. Benham down to 3rd. How about a trip to Eau Rouge? We can go roaring through. Will they all make it? Ronar, Smith, then Benham, Older, and Scheller the top 5.
Impressive stuff for the driver, who did really incredibly well when it came to that in and out lap in Bahrain. Held position at the front, but then was overtaken late. This time it's Jake Benham who's trying to do the overtaking. He lets his rival go deep, now tries to switch back. Left, then right, right, then left. Put the power on, and then you find yourself side by side. He's got a good opportunity, but you don't have to go around the outside of La Source. So strange territory for him, but he's braving it round there. And then that's going to impact his acceleration. Still these two go corner by corner all the way through. Who's feeling bravest now? As he gets there, he's got the momentum into Eau Rouge, and Jake Benham's up to 2nd. Benham, Smith, the top 3.
Interesting to see Jake Benham now 1.5 seconds back from Ronar. So
he said his favourite track was Spa.
Yeah. I've actually been looking at his bio, quite interesting. I don't know what his favourite 1.2. But it's always a running delta, and he's closing in. All of a sudden, has Benham got a bit better tyre life at the moment? He's closing in.
Yeah, great effort, considering that that gap was above 2 seconds when he was able to get past Luke Smith. Their spectacular battle, the story of the race so far. Stand finish in a row with the Mercedes out front. Stashford just looking to clear 6th position and rescue something.
Oh, it's half a second. Jake sees half a second.
Here we go. We are going onto the Kemmel Straight. This was 2 seconds. Jake Benham has gone to work. Sector after sector, turn after turn, got himself in position to challenge. Ronar, lap after lap, would have been knowing that 2 seconds became 1.5, 1.5 became 1, 1 became half a second, now it's 0.3 of a second. He can hear his teammate closing in, he can see his teammate closing in. Does Ronar have a response for Jake Benham? We go on board with a P2 man, trying to claim the lead at Spa, trying to win a second race at the grand final. Wheel to wheel he goes, over the curb, trying to go through. Can he sweep around the outside? Who's bravest here? Magnificent driving from the pair of them, and they're separated by a matter of centimetres. Benham ahead, but he doesn't have the inside line, and Ronar is going to show him the long way round. Superb from Ronar, who hangs on for now. Bahrain, the top two in completely different conditions in Belgium. The only person who doesn't want this to continue as a clean fight is Luke Smith in P3. We go on board with the driver in P2, trying to go around the outside of what used to be called the bus stop chicane. He's fought his way to the apex first. Still, they're banging wheels. They're getting the power down. Still, they're separated by hardly anything. It was Benham in the lead. Now it's Ronar. Now we're heading down to turn 1 on the last lap with nothing between them. And Benham wants that run up the hill. He tries it again. They're basically welded together as we go to the most famous corner in motor racing with the lead on the line. Ronar leads Benham. Look at the momentum. Nothing between them as they come out of Radion. We're on to the Kemmel Straight. We're on the last lap. The Mercedes look like they're going to win, but which one is it going to be? Ronar hanging on to it. Does Benham fancy the long way round? He doesn't. He's trying to switch back. Oh, this is absolutely brilliant racing for the pair of them, but it's Ronar who's ahead. This one is not over yet, and there's the defensive move to prove it, and they're scrapping so wildly it's very nearly a 3-car battle because Luke Smith is closing in all the while because this has gone corner after corner. But it was brilliant from Benham. It was even better from Thomas Ronar, who lights down the lights at the Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. We're underway for the final race of the grand final. It's Ronar versus Smith versus Seller, and it looks like Smith's got a big opportunity to get to the apex first, or how brave is Ronar feeling on the exit? It's all going to be about your traction here. It's all going to be about who's brave into the sweepers. Ronar and Smith debating the lead in the opening turns of lap number 1, and that's a brave way to get ahead for Luke Smith, who's up into the lead. Super stuff in the opening moments of our final race of the day.
It's the same competitors at the front once again. You got Smith, Ronar, Scheller, Benham in P4, which is probably the lowest we've seen him all day. Then you've got Stauchelek in P5, but what a great move from Luke Smith. He's not hanging around as we take a look at Benham up the inside. Oh, there's some wheel banging, him and Scheller, but Benham gets through. But does Scheller have the slipstream of the cars in front?
Yeah, that's what he's looking for. Scheller dives back into it. Luke Smith and Ronar are battling out front at this moment in time. We're looking at every angle and a bit more as Ronar holds on to the lead and gets it back.
What we had in the last race. All of a sudden, Luke Smith has made some sort of mistake, I think, and Benham is all over the back of him. Thinks about something there, and slightly strange wheel movements going on for Benham as he's now coming under pressure from Scheller. You make one small minor mistake and all of us, oh, hold on, Jake Benham has left the session. Jake is not in this race anymore.
Ah, that is such a shame for Jake Benham, who you can see is ghosted there, and